Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. How about that We Want Cody movement, huh? As you probably know, he won the title on SmackDown some 42 days away from WrestleMania. Well, as WWE usually does, they posted that video on their YouTube channel, just like the highlights, and it would go on to become the most disliked video in WWE history. Now, I'm going based off of screenshots here because you need a external site to even see dislikes. Because you see, they hid the dislike button back when Joe Biden was doing presidential speeches and putting them on YouTube because they figured that people were purposefully disliking them just to do it. So to see dislikes, you have to go onto an external site. So at the time of this video, we are currently at 100K dislikes compared to 25,000 likes. So fans are frustrated over the predictable Super Cena booking of Cody Rhodes. I saw a lot of Cody Hogan pictures floating around. And yeah,
He
there's some
wishes.
yeah, and there's people who are pissed off that now there's still more to be played out here, but McIntyre, as it stands right now, kind of got screwed out of his WrestleMania moment.
Sure did.
But here is where the whole situation takes a crazy turn. Like I said, the video on YouTube is at 100K dislikes. Well, there's this guy on Twitter, and his Twitter handle is Raw After Mania 40. Why I'm putting that out there, I don't know. But he took to Twitter and he started commenting on other people's posts or like their tweets about the whole situation. He went and started boasting about basically he bought a dislike bot to dislike the video. By the way, I am assuming this guy's gender because I don't think a girl would sink this low in the mud to buy dislikes for a video. Only the male versions of the wrestling community does stuff like this. Yeah, so this user, again, Raw After Mania 40, claimed that he paid $250 for 100,000 dislikes for this video. And then he responded to someone else. They were responding to the original video and said, "Oh, can we get this to 1,000,000 dislikes?" And then Mania After 40 responded, "That's going to cost me a lot." And then that's when he said that he already spent 250 for the 65K dislikes.
How do we know he's telling the truth?
Well, that is one question that people have. Like maybe this guy's just taking clout. But if you look at this post, apparently that is a screenshot of what it looks like when you go to the page to buy dislikes. So that's his receipt. Now, did he doctor that? I don't know. And then people ask, like, well, why did you do it then? And he said something to the effect of he just wanted to see how people would react. Because, yes, like you said, maybe he's just trying to steal the clout or whatever. But if you look at the comments on the video that WWE put out for this, there is a lot of negative comments. And if you look at the Instagram post, there's a lot of negative comments. So there's questions on whether or not he really did bought this. And there's questions on is it real that people don't like that Cody Rhodes won, or is it they just view botted it and people aren't really that pissed off about it? Again, I asked, remember that We Want Cody movement?
For me, it's the whole dropping $200 just to see how strangers react on the internet. I have a hard time believing that that's real.
Yes, because it's a lot of money to just have that experiment.
Like you're not getting anything.
This is really like a mystery. Because now there's people who dug deeper and said that you can't even buy that many dislikes for $250. Like it's much more expensive than that. Again, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, well, neither.
I don't even know how to go about. I guess you can just Google buying dislikes.
Well, that's how I'd go about it.
I don't know. It's weird that that's what you do. Because, like I said, YouTube hides the dislike. So you can't even see it unless you're on some weird site. is probably stealing your credit card information as you're looking at this dislike counter.
That's another reason why I would think it'd be bullshit. Like, why are you paying for something that nobody's going to see? It's like not a metric that means anything anymore.
Yeah, that's the situation we're in. Do you think people are really upset, or do you think it's more of a bot situation? Not saying that he bought the bots, but just like, I guess I'm confused at how people can be upset. Do you not understand?
Because it sucks. If there was a good story behind Cody winning the title, that'd be one thing, but he was just handed it. And that's the issue. And then the build for WrestleMania is just piss warm.
It is.
There's nothing exciting about it. Like, the biggest hook you have is CM Punk going after Roman Reigns' dead dad.
Well, they're trying to sell tickets for WrestleMania. I
Not
just
very
want to
good.
pat ourselves on the back. Back before we even knew there was a 3 stages of hell match, I did lay out that McIntyre, at the rate we're going, he's just going to have to win the title if he's going to be any kind of believable. And then sometime before WrestleMania, you put it back on Cody and then go about your day with whatever you were going to do. So I did point that out. So you can pat us on the back. And this is where I say if you had listened to us, this wouldn't be a surprise to you.
I just wish they would have given McIntyre something better.
Well, he's going to have Jacob.
Yeah, that's better than the title.
It's not better than the title, but it is a big match, a marquee match. That's another thing. So if you did have a triple threat or a fatal four way, let's say it's a fatal four way, you can almost say it's a 5-way if you want to throw Sammy in there for some reason. But as the reports say, they're trying to do 14 matches total for WrestleMania, so 7 each night. So if you have all your big main event guys in one match, then you still have to fill out the other 6 matches for the night. So now you're gonna have to put like Kit Wilson in a WrestleMania match.
Everybody's hurt. Kit Wilson might be there anyway.
I'm sure I'll have a comedy segment, one of those transitional segments between matches, or if not that, I'm sure they'll have some kind of food promotion. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be what did they do last time? Little Papa John's.
Maybe
I'm gonna
he'll do Nathan's hot dogs.
well, I was gonna guess Wingstop. They're gonna do a Wingstop segment where everybody's pimping Wingstop and eating, or some comedy segment involving Wingstop. That's my guess. Oh no, it's gonna be dude wipes. Oh, that's gonna be weird. Maybe both. They're gonna have Wingstop that leads, or maybe they have a McDonald's commercial where someone eats the new Big Arch like the CEO did, and then that leads to a dude wipe commercial. You know what I'm talking about there, right? You get that
Yeah.
reference. So maybe there's that. But yeah, I know they're upset, but I just don't see Cody's QB1. Why would
I
you
don't
not
think
have? Yes, there was some doubt that he was going to walk into WrestleMania as champion, but you knew he was going to be fighting for the title. People were overreacting to this when you should know this was going to happen.
it's not the outcome, it's the journey to the outcome. It's all
Mhm.
convoluted. Like, they just had the elimination chamber, so they wanted us to get invested into that. Cody was a part of that. He lost. And then, like, immediately after, well, Cody's just getting a title match, and he wins. That's it. And Drew's title run has been like a pussy fart. He's just been running and getting his ass kicked. He got his big moment, and they didn't do anything with it except have him run. And then he lost it. Just so Cody can be the champion at WrestleMania. That's it. Cody doesn't have a story.
Well, there's still time to make one. But let's see what the comments on this says. Let's see. The disrespect for Drew McIntyre is insane. That's the top comment here. This guy finished the story 2 years ago, by the way. Road to the most disliked video of 2026. 30K likes to 137K dislikes. New world record. Ruthless depression. He's not letting others finish their story. That doesn't even make sense.
Drew McIntyre, he needs to finish his story.
He was the champion.
Yeah, but he needs to finish it.
He did. Now I fully understand why AEW fans wanted Cody gone from their show. We went from
Harsh.
the reign of terror to the booking of terror. I don't understand why they won't let Drew have an actual title reign. This proves Cody and Triple H are sleeping together. Okay. 137K dislikes, lol. Probably the worst decision of the year. Could Danhausen put a curse on Cody already? So, this 137K that they're saying was 6 hours ago. So, as of 1 hour ago, someone says they're at 150K dislikes. The whole creative team has slept with Cody. So, yeah. Maybe you can bot the dislikes, but I don't know how you bought all these hateful comments. Definitely a crazy situation unfolding. Like I said, there's still probably more to the story. Drew McIntyre is going to have his beef with the whole contract violation thing, so we'll see how that's going to play out. Maybe he gets added to the match. Maybe they have to add him to the match because of the backlash. Or maybe it's like Michael Hayes said, well, you only want McIntyre because you can't have him. If we push Cody, then the fans are going to get sick because now they don't need Cody or whatever he said.
Well, I think they were clamoring for McIntyre to do something more with his title run.
Yeah, but it's kind of on par with all the title runs. Someone gets crowned
Except for
champion.
Cody's.
Well, maybe he goes to creative and asks for stuff, and maybe McIntyre doesn't. This also poses a question because we are like 6 weeks away from WrestleMania. So is Cody going to lose the title in 6 weeks? We're not focusing on what's happening after WrestleMania, which is more Cody run. By the way, I'm on board with the Cody run. I'm not one of the
Actually, you
people
know
who
what?
are.
Orton might win, so he can get 15.
Yeah, he should. He would pass Triple H though at that point.
Oh, would Triple H let that happen?
Yeah, knowing that he can't do anything about it at this point. So if he does do it, he's just gonna have to happen.
Or he lets Randy win and then he comes out of retirement.
Well, like I said, he can't do that unless he finds a way.
Yeah, it
Because
comes out.
he's got that thing in his heart.
Yeah, that's even better. Orton comes out first night as champion. And he's like, nobody can beat me. I'm the Viper. RKO. And then, time to play the game. And Triple H is in his leather jacket and his suit. I'm going to beat you, Randy.
Well, I would like to see it just to see the world burn even more. And by that, I mean the wrestling community.
They could do with just like Cena and The Rock. They could. He can come out. I'm gonna wrestle you, but not until next WrestleMania in Saudi.
Yeah, I would be on board just to see how much people complain about it. I'd find it funny.